The hydraulic turret drives were replaced by an all-electric system, increasing reliability and crew safety, as well as weight savings. The gun braking system was improved to prepare for the later mounting of the new L/55 gun tube and to enable firing of more powerful ammunition, such as the DM-53 APFs. The first of 5s were handed over to the German Army Tank School in 1995 and started to enter regular service with Panzerbattalion 33 in December the same year. The Leopard 2A5DK is a variant of the Leopard 2A5 similar to the Leopard 2A6 with some small modifications, used by the Danish Army. Stridsvagn 122, edit. Main article, Stridsvagn 122. Stridsvagn 122, also known as Leopard 2A5S and Leopard 2 Improved A5SE, is a Swedish army tank based on the Leopard 2 Improved. 120 units were built, 91 of which were license-produced in Sweden. The tank features increased armor on the turret top and front hull, and improved command, control and fire control systems. Externally, it can be distinguished from the Leopard 2A5 by the French Galax smoke dispensers, different storage bins, and the much thicker crew hatches. The STRV-122B and Evolution, a variant equipped with modular MAP composite armor from IBD Diesenroth, has increased 360 degrees protection against threats like EFPs, RPGs and IEDs. The width of 4 meters, 13 feet, has been kept, while the weight increases by only 350 kilograms, 770 pound. Leopard 2-140, edit. In the early 1990s, Rheinmetall began development of a 140 mm, 5.5 in, smoothbore cannon for use in future tank designs. The new gun was intended to counter new Soviet tank developments, especially since the next generation of Soviet main battle tanks were rumored to be armed with a 135 mm, 5.3 in, or 152 mm, 6.0 in, cannon. The new 140 mm, 5.5 in, cannon was part of a modernization program for the Leopard 2 known as the KWS-3. Test firing of the new 140 mm, 5.5 in, cannon was conducted. Results showed that the gun had high penetration values, and had a muzzle velocity of around 2,000 meters a second, with potential to be increased further. However, the 140 mm, 5.5 in, rounds were too heavy for the tank crew to handle effectively. The KWS-3 upgrade was to feature a new turret. This new turret was equipped with the planned 140 mm, 5.5 in, cannon and an autoloader. The introduction of an autoloader reduced the tank's crew to 3 members, as a dedicated loader was no longer needed. The gun's 32 rounds of ammunition were stored separate from the crew in a large compartment occupying the entire rear of the turret, in order to increase crew survivability in the event of a cook-off. The turntable-style turret had the gun offset to the left side, due to the autoloader's lateral feeding of ammunition into the cannon breech. The turret was powered by an electro-hydraulic drive and featured an IFIS battlefield management system. The crew was protected by an armored capsule and ballistic protection for the hull was to be improved. The planned protection level of the KWS-3 upgrade was to be equal to or better than the Leopard 2A5. A total of 650 Leopard 2 KWS-3 tanks were originally projected to be purchased. However, in 1995, the KWS-3 program was cancelled due to changes in the political environment. Despite this, development continued on the 140 mm, 5.5 in, cannon, with Rheinmetall coordinating with the British Royal Ordnance and French Guyot companies. The 140mm, 5.5-in, cannon was fitted to an old Leopard 2 prototype with the turret T-19. Counterweights were added to the rear of the turret to balance the increased weight of the 140mm, 5.5-in, cannon. The modified Leopard 2 was not equipped with any other KWS-3 upgrades apart from the new gun. Live fire testing showed mixed results, where the 140mm, 5.5-in, cannon showed superior penetrating power compared to the existing 120mm, 4.7-in, cannon, but demonstrated poorer handling characteristics. The lack of the autoloader on the prototype further hampered performance. Leopard 2A6, edit. The Leopard 2A6 includes the addition of the Rheinmetall 120mm, 4.7-in, L/55 smoothbore gun and other changes. All German tank battalions of the Crisis Intervention Forces are equipped with the A6. Canada purchased 20 Leopard 2A6s from the Netherlands. These were delivered in 2007. Portugal purchased 37 Leopard 2A6s from the Dutch in 2007, with delivery in 2008. In January 2014, Finland purchased 100 L2A6s, as well as munitions, simulators, and a 10-year supply of reserve parts from the Netherlands. The tanks were delivered in batches between 2015 and 2019. The Leopard 2A6A1 is a command version of the Leopard 2A6, stemming from the KWSI program. The vehicle includes additional radios, with the amount depending on the level of command, to accommodate the communications for section, platoon, troop, company, squadron or battalion commanders. For section leaders, the vehicle is fitted with one XSEM-80 and one XSEM-90 VHF radios. For platoon or troop commanders, the vehicle is fitted with one XSEM-80 and one XSEM-90 VHF radios along with an 800M field telephone cable drum fitted at the rear of the vehicle. For company, squadron or battalion commanders, the vehicle is fitted with two XSEM-80 or one XSEM-93 and one XSEM-90 VHF radios along with an 800M, 2,600 feet, field telephone cable drum, for either fitted at the rear of the vehicle. The Leopard 2A6M is a version of the 2A6 with enhanced mine protection under the chassis, and internal enhancements to improve crew survivability. In the summer of 2007, Canada borrowed 20 A6MS from Germany for deployment to Afghanistan. The Leopard 2 Hellenic, is a derivative of the 2A6 export variant, 2A6X with additional customization to meet the Greek needs. It has supplemental reinforcements on the upper glacis plate and crew hatches, as well as a full Mexus package. Tactically and technically it is integrated with the NATO interoperable INIOCHOS command and information system, as well as a laser rangefinder and thermal imaging devices. It was ordered by the Greek army in 2003, in a package together with Leopard 1A5S, for €1.7 billion, with 170 tanks delivered between 2006 and 2009. A total of 140 were built in Greece by Elbow, which delivered the first units in late 2006. They entered service with the Hellenic Army in 2008. The Leopard 2A6M can is a Canadian variant of the Leopard 2A6M. Significant modifications include distinctive black boxes mounted on the rear of the turret bustle, and standoff slat armor. The first tanks configured in this variant were 20 loaned from the German Bundeswehr in an effort to increase firepower and protection given to Canadian troops operating in the south of Afghanistan. The loaned tanks retain their German MG3 machine guns. The ex-Dutch tanks are also expected to retain their FN MAG machine guns due to commonality with Canadian stocks of C6 GPMG, itself a variant of the FN MAG. Due to the loaned status of the first 20 tanks, the air conditioning unit originally could not be installed, as only minimal changes could be made. The crew wore cooling vests instead, and the turret's electric drive generates less heat than the hydraulic drive of the older Leopard C2. The loaned German tanks will be kept by the Canadian forces and may be further upgraded, while ex-Dutch Leopard 2A6S were modified to German Leopard 2A6M specifications and used as restitution for the loaned tanks. Canadian Leopard 2S in Afghanistan were later fitted with air conditioning units, a much-needed commodity in the scorching desert of Afghanistan, and Saab's Barracuda camouflage mats, which reduce solar loading by 50%. The Leopard 2A6TR was the Turkish variant during the Turkish Army tank procurement project in 2000. The version was based on 2A6X. The project was dropped in favor of developing the indigenous Altai main battle tank. Leopard 02E, edit. Main article, Leopard 2E. The Leopard 2E is a derivative of the 2A6, with greater armor protection, developed under a program of co-production between the defense industries of Spain and Germany. The program was developed within the frame of collaboration decided in 1995 between the defense ministries of both countries, which also included the cession of use by period of 5 years of 108 Leopard 2A4 from the German Army to the Spanish Army. The cession was extended up to 2016, and after that those tanks will be the sole property of the Spanish Army, as has been made public in January 2006, then having been paid a total of Euro 15,124,014 in 10 yearly installments, giving the Spanish co-ownership from 2006. In 1998, the Spanish government agreed to locally build 219 tanks of the Leopard 2E line, 16 recovery tanks of Leopard 2A, Buffalo, and 4 training vehicles. They chose Santa Barbara Sistemas as the main contractor. The program, with a budget of €1,939.4 million, includes integrated logistical support, training courses for crew instructors and maintenance engineers, and driving, turret, maintenance, aiming, and shooting simulators. Deliveries of the first batch began in 2004. Leopard 2PL, edit. Main article, Leopard 2PL. The Leopard 2PL is a Polish modernized version of the Leopard 2A4, carried out in cooperation with Rheinmetall and the Polish Armaments Group, Polish, Polska Grupa Zbrojenia, PGZ. The Leopard 2PL MBT is primarily tasked with assault, maintaining territory, and supporting mechanized and motorized subdivisions with its onboard weapon systems in all weather conditions during the day and night. The main upgrades when compared to the Leopard 2A4 include modernization of the commander's and gunner's sight, additional ballistic modules on the turret, replacement of the hydraulic stabilization system with a new electric system, and new fire extinguishing and fire suppression systems. The upgrade included a new commander's control and monitoring system, the installation of an auxiliary power unit, APU, a new turret stowage compartment for crew equipment, the modernization of its main gun to use new types of programmable ammunition, and the integration of day forward/night rear camera for drivers. Included are customized towing vehicles due to the increased weight of the upgraded tank. The upgraded 2PL version is in service with the Polish Land Forces. Of the Leopard 2A4S from the first, 128, and the second, 14, batches, 24 have been upgraded to Leopard 2PL standard. The rest will be upgraded to the 2PL M1 standard. Leopard 2PSO, edit. The new Leopard 2PSO, Peace Support Operations, variant is designed especially for urban warfare, which had been encountered in peacekeeping operations with increasing frequency. The Leopard 2PSO is equipped with more effective all-around protection, a secondary weapons station, improved reconnaissance ability, an obstacle clearance blade, OCB, a shorter gun barrel for maneuvering on urban streets at the expense of fire range, non-lethal armament, close-range surveillance ability through camera systems, a searchlight and further changes to improve its perseverance and mobility in built-up non-wide open areas. These features are similar to the tank urban survival kit for the American M1A2 Abrams. The vehicle was purely a tech demonstrator, which eventually led to the development of the Leopard 2A7 Plus. Leopard 2A7, edit. The Leopard 2A7 vehicle is not intended to be optimized for combat in urban terrain, thus it is fundamentally different from the KMW variant, the 2A7 Plus, see below. A total of 20 vehicles were provided for converting. It involves former Dacia 6NL models returned by Canada to Germany. The original upgrade to a 6M has been extended in coordination with Canada and includes a crew compartment cooling system from the Leopard 2A6M Hell series, a new 20 kilowatts, 27 HP, auxiliary power unit based on the Stir Motors M12 TCAUI engine, the Saab Barracuda Mobile Camouflage System, MCS, with heat transfer reduction, HTR Cool Cam, system, a field trial proven combat management and information system, IFIS, Integriertes und Information System, onboard network optimization with ultra capacitors in the chassis and turret, ASOTA's IP digital intercom system, a renewal of the fire suppression system in the crew compartment, and the retrofitting of Attica thermal imaging module in the commander optics. The weapon system is adapted for firing HE ammunition. It is fitted for, but not with, additional passive side protection armor. The first Leopard 2A7 was handed over to the German Army in Munich in December 2014. 14 vehicles were produced for Tank Battalion 203, 4 went to the Armored Corps Training Center and 1 vehicle went to the Technical School for Land Systems and School for Technology of the Army. The last tank remains as a reference vehicle at KMW. The Danish Armed Forces received its first Leopard 2A7 main battle tanks upgraded in Germany from the Leopard 2A5DK version at the Dragoon Barracks in Holstebro. The Danish Army will receive a total of 44 Leopard 2A7 vehicles by 2022. Seaman T. Weserman, senior researcher at CIPRI's Arms Transfers and Military Expenditure Program, stated that information from the UN Register of Conventional Arms 2016 indicated that some Leopard 2A7s were transferred to Singapore after 2014. CIPRI reported that the Singapore Army probably acquired a total of 45 Leopard 2A7s between 2016 and 2019, but the Singapore's Ministry of Defence denied having acquired the 2A7 version, presumably to minimize anxiety among her neighbors. In February 2023, Norway ordered 54 Leopard 2A7 tanks to be delivered from 2026, with a further option for 18 vehicles if necessary. This order was later changed into a newly specified 2A8 Nor subvariant of the 2A8. Leopard 2A7 Plus, edit. The Leopard 2A7 Plus was first shown to the public during the Eurosatory 2010, featuring the label developed by KMW, tested and qualified by the German Ministry of Defense. The Leopard 207 Plus has been tested by the Bundeswehr under the name URBOP, Urban Operations. The Leopard 207 Plus is designed to operate both in low-intensity and high-intensity conflicts. The tank's protection has been increased by modular armor. The frontal protection has been improved with a dual kit on the turret and hull front, while 360 degrees protection against RPGs and mine protection increase the survivability of the tank in urban operations. The modular armor system components were first used by Canada in Afghanistan. It can fire programmable high-explosive munitions. The turret-mounted MG3 has been replaced with a stabilized FLW-200 remotely controlled weapon station. Mobility, sustainability, and situational awareness have also been improved. In December 2018, Hungary ordered 44 207 Plus S, subvariant 207 HU, making them the second operator of the improved version, after Qatar. Leopard 208, edit. The Leopard 208 will be based on the current Leopard 207 HU production model but feature additional improvements, among them the integration of the trophy APS and an all-round situational awareness system with sensor fusion capability. Orders, edit. To replace the 18 Leopard 206 tanks handed over to the armed forces of Ukraine, the German Ministry of Defense begun planning a purchase of a batch of 18 Leopard 208 tanks, with the option for a further 105, in May 2023. In July 2024, Germany's Budget Committee approved a purchase of the remaining 105 tanks, in a contract worth €2.93 billion. Deliveries are planned between 2027 and 2030, and some ordered tanks will be used by the 45th Panzer Brigade, which, at the time of purchase, was deployed in Lithuania. The Czech Ministry of Defense started negotiations for the purchase of 77 Leopard 208 in May 2023, including domestic manufacturing rights for aspects of the tank production. Czech government approved the purchase in June 2024, with the final order being for 77 tanks delivered by 2030, for an estimated €52 billion. In July 2023, Lithuanian MOD announced that the Leopard 208 proved to be the only tank to meet the requirements set by the ministry, leading to the rejection of bids of the M1 Abrams and K2 Black Panther tanks. In January 2024, Lithuanian State Defense Council agreed to purchase the tanks and associated support vehicles to equip a tank battalion, but the final cost and the amount of vehicles remained a subject of negotiations. On the 12th of July 2023, Italian government confirmed during a parliament audition that Italy intends to purchase up to 250 Leopard 208 tanks from 2023 to 2025. Procurement was completed on the 21st of February 2024, resulting in the final order of 132 Leopard 208 tanks and 130 other vehicles for a total of €8.5 billion, with the deliveries scheduled to be completed by 2037. In August 2023, Dutch MOD begun planning a procurement of up to 52 Leopard 208 tanks in addition to their 18 leased Leopard 206 tanks. This planned acquisition is part of the nation's effort to rebuild their army after severe budget cuts of the 21st century. In February 2024, it came out that the Dutch budget for 2024 did not allocate any funding for the purchase. Leopard 208 Nor, edit. The Norwegian Armed Forces order of 54 Leopard 207 numbers was changed into a new 208 Nor variant by the middle of June 2023. A variety of Norwegian changes and alterations necessitated the renaming of the original Tua 7 No into a unique new Tua 8 Nor variant. This subvariant mainly differs from the German Tua 8 by integrating a Norwegian-designed C4IS solution that includes Kongsberg's ICS/Cortex solution and Teleplan Globe's FACNAV/Nor BMS battlefield management system. Leopard 2 ARC 3.0, edit. Variant presented in June 2024 at the Eurosatory exhibition. It is equipped with an unmanned turret armed with a 120mm smoothbore gun fed by a modular linear autoloader. The 120mm gun can be exchanged for a 130mm or 140mm gun. The autoloader is capable of loading 3 rounds in 10 seconds. Its secondary armament consists of ARWCS armed with a 30x 113mm cannon capable of countering drone threats and an anti-tank missile. The weapon suite can be configured for 3D line of sight, NOS, and non-line of sight, NOS, engagement. For its protection, it has a proven active protection system and smoke grenade launcher. It weighs less than 60 tons, measures 7.95 meters, extending to 11.17 meters with the barrel, 3.77 meters wide and 2.44 meters high to the roof of the turret. Its engine generates 1,500 HP, allowing the tank to move at a speed of 65 km per hour, and its autonomy is 460 km. It has a crew of 3 men, commander, driver and gunner, all located inside the chassis. Engineering and driver training tanks, edit. Bergepanzer BPZ-3 Buffalo, GR Buffalo. The BPZ-3 armored recovery vehicle includes both a bulldozer and a crane with integral winch, allowing it to approach damaged vehicles, even over rough and fought-over terrain, and tow them to safety. It is equipped with a machine gun for local self-defense, a smoke grenade launcher, and NBC protection. Like the tank, it is powered by a 1,500 PS, 1,500 HP, 1,100 kilowatts, diesel engine. It is in service with Germany, where it is also designated Buffalo or Bergepanzer 3 for Salvage Tank 3, the Netherlands, who co-developed it and calls it Buffalo, Canada, Greece, Singapore, where it is called L2ARV locally, Spain, where it is called Leopard 2 Buffalo, Sweden, in modified form as the Barningsbandwagen 120, BGBV 120, and Switzerland, BPZ-3. Panzerschnellbrücke 2. This vehicle, created by Man Mobile Bridges GmbH, is an armored vehicle-launched bridge developed from the Leopard 2 tank chassis. It is designed to carry a folding mobile bridge, which it can launch across a river. Once emplaced, the bridge is sturdy enough to support most vehicles, even other Leopard tanks. When the crossing is complete, the bridge layer simply hooks up to the bridge and restows it. Panzerschnellbrücke Liegen. This modular system combines a bridge module created by Man Mobile Bridges GmbH with a tank chassis. The Bundeswehr is testing the Liegen bridge layer on a Leopard 2 chassis. AEV-3 Kodiak. Main article, AEV-3 Kodiak. The AEV-3 Kodiak is a combat engineering vehicle conversion of the Leopard 2 used by Germany, the Netherlands, Singapore, Sweden, and Switzerland. It is equipped with a bulldozer blade, excavator arm, and dual capstan winches. In lieu of a turret, a remote weapon station or other armaments can be fitted. It is built on the Leopard 2 chassis with a built-up forward superstructure. The vehicle is used primarily for the clearance of obstacles, including minefields. The Dutch version has additional bomblet protection for the crew compartments. Spain may procure 24 examples for the Spanish Army from converted Leopard 2A4 hulls. One vehicle has been trialed in Spain, and the type will be offered to Germany. Driver Training Tank, Fahrerschulpanzer. The Leopard 2 driver training tank, as the name implies, is a non-combatant Leopard 2 for instructing soldiers in the finer points of handling the tank. The turret is supplanted by a weighted and fixed observation cap with forward and side-facing windows and a dummy gun. The instructor rides in this cab, with override controls for critical systems, and space is provided for 2 other students to observe. Leopard 2R. A heavy breaching and demining vehicle developed by Patria for the Finnish Army, based on the Leopard 2A4. 6 vehicles were converted.